Okay. All right. Okay, first I want to get my favorite font that I use in all my projects, which is the Bebas font, or whatever how that's pronounced. It's Bebas Newy. It is a free font, that's kind of why I picked it, but I really like the way it looks, so I'm just gonna get it. Wish if I could find the download link, I would, I guess. If I could only find it easily where it is in the folder. Yeah, screw it, I'll use the non-Newy one, at least I know where that was. Okay, so I got my Bebas font here. Let's start by Y canvas. I hate just looking at that skybox, so I'll just change it to like a darker tone. Okay, canvas. The first thing I do when I open a canvas is changing to scale with the screen size. That way the proportions are always the same. I usually put 128 by 720 on the reference resolution. Not sure why, I just do. And that's the initial setup I do with my canvas. Let's start with an image, and I'm gonna do a little dialogue. Oh, I forgot to look at the chat. Yes, I will archive this and put it on my website or something. So I'll start by just putting a dark background. So I use the scale, the stretch anchor preset, I guess. I like to put a little bit of overshoot on the size just in case. Sometimes Unity is weird and I can see a little bit of sliver of non-covered by black sides, so I put like a -50 to cover everything. That skybox is annoying me, so I'm gonna turn it off. Yep, that is better. Okay, so what I wanted to do is a little dialogue that you can click on dismiss to dismiss. So this dialogue is gonna appear. It's gonna appear with a message, and then you can click a button to dismiss it. Let's make another image in here, and this is gonna be our actual image for the dialog panel. I'm gonna turn this into 2D so it's easier to select things. To make it always the same amount of screen size, I usually pull those little things on the sides. They let me see a percentage as well, so 25% from one side, 25% from the other side, 50% here. Okay, 78. Let's put a 20 on each side there. I don't know, maybe let's make it even like slimmer. 35. 35. Go 20, 20. I'll make this bigger so it's easier to. Yeah, that's way easier. Okay. So with those sets, these values here, the left, right, top, and bottom, they are set relative to those little triangles I was pulling. So if I say 0, it's exactly where those values are. So those are relative. And if I change my aspect ratio, these values are percentage based. So whatever the aspect ratio, it's gonna scale with it. Okay. Let's make it. Okay. Change the color a bit. So I'm gonna create a duplicate here, and I'm gonna pull on those little things again. Okay, I'll put the first 10% of the title of this thing. So again, if I just go into the bottom and press 0, it's gonna go exactly where that line is. And I'm gonna make this a darker color. This is gonna be my title. Let's put a text in there. So I'm gonna again stretch it out and change those values. This time I actually want to have some padding here, so let's say it's 30 to the side, 30, then 15 and 10. So it has a little padding here, see? I'm gonna change this to a color that's close to white, but not really white. White's kind of too bright. I'm gonna change the alignment of the paragraph. Oh, hey Facefire. Doing well. I'm showing Waze here and whoever else is watching a little bit of how to make UIs in Unity. He asked me about it and I figured I could just show on stream and put on YouTube later. Facefire there in chat, he's also a streamer and he's from, he's not exactly from Vancouver, he's from nearby Vancouver. And he's also thinking of learning how to make games. So hopefully he'll be a developer in the future. Okay, so I like to use the best fit. With the best fit here, you can say like, don't go over the size I'm setting here. So if, for instance, I say like, oh, let's do less top, it's gonna adjust the scale, the font size to match. So font size is very useful for that. I'm gonna change the font to the Bebas font because I like the way it looks. I always mess around with those values to get things looking exactly how you want them. Okay, another thing I really like. Yeah, you're super great too, man. Thanks for helping with Rocket Fist and helping me find bugs and everything. Another thing I really like is the shadow that makes everything disappear. No, sometimes the UI glitches like that, but when you rearrange this, it appears again. So with the shadow here, I like to use like a little bit more distance than what usually comes from. So like let's try a 5 and 4. I usually like to use the Y with a little bit less distance. You can see the shadow there, but not too much. I'm gonna make this a little bit lighter. See the shadow? I really like the way this kind of looks with the shadow like that. I'm actually gonna make the background a little bit lighter, just so I can... Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna make this... And this color is okay. I just wanna make the top color a little bit lighter. So I can see the shadow better. Alright, that's okay. I'm gonna duplicate this, and I'm gonna do the same thing I did, but with the bottom now, so this is gonna be my yes and no. Or I'll just do a dismiss button, so... Okay, this is 10%, 0, ah, thank you. I'm actually gonna copy this text and just like throw it here. Make this a button. To make things different, I'm gonna put it a darker. I want to make this. Oh yeah, okay. That kind of works. We should actually do this here. Yeah, that's probably better. So highlighted color, I'll make it like more greenish. Pressed color, I don't know. A darker green. Okay. I'm gonna press play just to see how it's looking. It's kind of okay. Yeah, not really. I don't really like the color. The input mapper was giving me some headache. Okay. I'm gonna change the shadow a little bit to have less shadow because this is smaller, should have less shadow. Alright, so this would be my title. Then I want to have my message in there. Just gonna throw my message in here. Okay. Gonna put my message in. I don't really want to put it in red. Let's just leave it in black. It's my Babas font again. I'm gonna say for it to stretch. Oh, that's not good. I wanted to match that size from that interior there. Okay. Okay, so left, let's say 25. Top 20, 25, 20. So there's a little padding in there. Alright. I'm gonna get some Lorem Ipsum. Okay, that looks pretty terrible. That, however, looks better. The Babas Nui, it's not that good with spaces, or the regular Babas. That's why I was looking for the Babas Nui. Maybe we can find the Babas Nui back in my project. Where is Rocket Fist? I'll look for Nui in the search. Yep, that is it. Open file location. UTF.I, no, that's not it. Oh, I know where it is now. It's some external assets. Babas Nui. Yep, gotcha. Okay, I have Babas Nui now. So I'm gonna put a Babas Nui in the interior one. And that's really, really small. I'm gonna do a best fit. And I might need to lose a little bit of that text. I could use a scrolling text to be able to use more, but for now, for the purpose of this demonstration, this is enough. I'm gonna put some shadow as well. I love this shadow. That's a little bit too much of Y shadow in there, so let's go back with 1 and 2. Yep, that is some nice UI. I actually want to be able to... Instead of saying that this is the button should be the top one. It should be the image. So the whole image can act as a button. Oh yeah, I need to say that the image is the target. Let me take a look here again. Yeah, there's a shadow component. So there's also an outline component. So there's outline here too. The shadow can also be used with images, so you see... Oh yeah, actually, I'm gonna use the shadow with images, okay? That's actually a pretty good idea. I think it can look better. I'm gonna take this image here, the top one, the one that's the background of everything, and I'm gonna use the shadow here. I'm gonna put like a 3 and a 4 here. Let's see. And let's make it a little bit less opacity. Yep, I like that. I'm also gonna put a shadow on this one, because shadows are awesome and I want them everywhere. Boom, more shadows. Yeah, this one doesn't really need a shadow. But, yeah, I'll keep that one without a shadow. I'm gonna change the shadow on the one on top so it doesn't go to the sides. X0. So you can see a little bit of a line there in between the title box and the dialog box there. And if I press... No man, try this outline script, it's really cool. Okay, so this button now, it's like... Oh yeah. You see there, it stayed with the color after I clicked. That's because of the navigation. The navigation is set to automatic, and that's what happens. Like you click, it stays clicked. I don't really like the navigation of that thing, so I just wrote my own, and I'm not going to use that. Let's also make the highlighted color a bit darker, because the text on top fits white. So yeah, that is UI. Now I'm going to make a little quick script here. Dialog script. I'm actually gonna pull in the do to in for this, and this is really cool. You're gonna like this. I can use the do to in to fade in gently this thing with canvas group, and it took me a while to hear about canvas group, so it's gonna be good. I did not know what canvas groups were a while ago, and it made my life better now that I know them. Okay, so do to in needs to be set up. Let's set up .win. Okay. Okay, so canvas groups. Unity kind of went crazy now. I might need to restart Unity. UIs. Yeah, my inspector went crazy. I need to restart Unity. Whoa, things. Lots of things. Okay. Reload all. Okay, UI example. Sure, just let me do this. Okay. So, you know the canvas have the graphics raycaster and its stuff, and the canvas group, it allows you to turn off blocking raycast interactivity and even change the alpha just to a part of the canvas. So let's say I make an image here, or even a button. I'm gonna make a button over here, and I'm gonna make this a canvas group. Okay, this already has a canvas group. So you see here I can interact with this button, I can interact with this button as well. If I turn off interactivity, and even block raycast, I cannot interact with this one anymore, but I can still interact with this. And they're in the same canvas, so that's really cool. Let's say this does not block raycasts. It is an interactable button, but I cannot touch it because it's not blocking raycasts. So the canvas group allows me to group a piece of the canvas together that can act different from the rest. So what I'm gonna do now is that I'm gonna fade this canvas group. I don't care about this one anymore. So let's say a public static void. Oh, that's not it. Pop-up dialog string text. So I'm gonna store some variables here. One of them is gonna be my canvas group, the dialog owner or something. Dialog canvas group, yes, because good naming. Another one's gonna be my text, and for that I'm gonna need to import the Unity AI. Okay. What I did was I set using Unity engine.ui. So this is my dialog text. This will be my dialog title. Yeah, let's say string title, string text. I'm also gonna make a public void. Okay, I'm gonna make an instance of this. So this is gonna be what's it called, a singleton. set this to be my instance equal this. I'm only gonna have one of those in the scene. Oh, the shortcut I used is from ReSharper. It's Alt-Enter. It's not in regular Visual Studio. ReSharper makes my life a lot easier in lots of ways. Void dismiss panel. Dismiss dialog. So when I hit this, I want the dialog to go away. So I'm gonna say dialog canvas group. Let's start with the pop-up dialog. I'm gonna set my dialog text instance.dialog text because this is a static void. So instance dialog text equal dot text equal text, and instance.dialog title dot text equal title. Okay. So dismiss after I set this, I want to show my canvas group. So dialog instance dialog canvas group equal do fade. I want to fade to 1, and I want it to fade over 0.5f. On complete, oh, it's okay. I'm actually gonna unhide it, so I'm gonna keep it hidden until I have to use it. So instance dot dialog canvas group game object set active true. Okay. So this is popping the dialog in. This is dismissing the dialog. Do fade 0 over 0.f, and I need it to hide after this time passes. So public void hide canvas group. Instance.hide canvas group. Okay. Alright, let's try this. This should actually be a regular void, not static, because this I'm gonna call from my button. I'm gonna put my script here. So this is my dialog script. I'm gonna set this to be my canvas group. This is, I don't even remember anymore. This is my text, my regular text. This is my title. I should be naming those. Makes it easier. So title, dialog text. Because I want this script to be able to be called from anywhere in my program. So I don't want to know if there's a dialog there, like I don't want a reference for that dialog manager. I just want to say, dialog manager, I need this error message. And he'll give me the error message. I don't care how he did it. So that's why I'm using static. Just get the dialog manager and show this error message. Don't tell me how. Does that make any sense? Maybe it doesn't. Maybe I'm just crazy. Okay. So I'm just gonna hide this and say my canvas is 0, my canvas alpha is 0, and I'm going to call, I think forgot to set my button. So let's unhide this. Let's get my button. This is my button, so dismiss button. Okay. Bear with me. This is gonna make a lot of sense once things start happening. So I'm gonna plug my on-click of the dismiss button. The dismiss dialog function. So when I press OK, it's gonna go away. That's my dialog. Alright, this is gonna get cooler. Let's make a little... Let's say this is game. And I have a 3D cube I have to click for this game for some reason. Because that's how games work. you click on 3D cubes. Okay, let's get this 3D cube in front of this. Whoa, 3D cube. So game. So if input, come on Visual Studio, you're really gonna stop IntelliSensing me? I'll close you. I'll close you, bro. Wazer is still there. Did I bore you to death? I guess I did. I think he's dead now. Oh, okay. Alright, so get mouse button down 1. I think it's 1 or maybe it's 0. I don't know. Let's try 0. Let's see what happens. So dialog script dot pop-up dialog. Whoa, this happened. It really happened. Whoa, much dialogue. Yeah, okay. I also probably want to have a static bool showing dialogue, because I don't want to call another dialogue while this one's showing. So let's just do this. If showing dialogue turn, and of course I'm gonna, when I do this, I'm gonna say showing dialogue is true. When I do this, showing dialogue is false. So I have an easy way to check whether dialogue is going on or not. Okay, and then dialog script is not showing dialogue, then I'm gonna call for dialogue. Very dialogue, much pop-up. Alright. So I clicked and like, whoa, this happened, really happened. Whoa, much dialogue, whoa. Whoa, whoa. So yeah, now my dialogues appear and I can dismiss them. One thing, I wanted the black in the back to be more black, so I'm gonna, oh, this is not the one I want. I want the background one, this one. Yeah, that's more like it. I wanted to hide the background entirely when this happens. Yeah, okay. I'm actually gonna change the camera color to be something a little bit different, just so like I don't like the regular Unity blue, but I wanted something that would make more sense. Okay. I don't even know why I'm polishing this so much, but okay. What I really wanted to show you guys is how to better use this dialog manager of sorts. So I'm gonna do a public delegate void dialog answer. Okay, is that how I do delegates? Maybe? I'll just double check. Unity delegates. So yeah, that's pretty much how you do a delegate. Alright, next thing I'm gonna do is my dialog answer. Okay answer. So now I have a delegate. Yay! So this now I'm gonna pass in an I want to pass a delegate in there. So dialog answer, dialog answer. So what I'm gonna do is when I receive this pop-up dialog, I'm gonna give a callback that I can call. So I'm gonna set my OK answer to be the dialog answer I received, instance.OK answer. And when I dismiss my dialog, I'm gonna call an invoke on that. Do I need to call invoke or I just call it? I don't remember. Delegates are not something I use a lot. I just call it, yeah. Okay. So OK answer, called. Also, I only want to call if there's an okay answer. Because it could be no. I mean, I could have not passed anything. Now, I'll actually say this is regularly no. Okay? And that's the cool part of this dialog thing. Because if I want to say like, oh, when you press OK on this dialog, I want you to call this void turn red. Let's actually make a get a render. I'll just okay, turn red. So I'm gonna do a game object get component render material.color equal color.red dot red, and I'm gonna pass in the turn red function into the pop-up dialog, and that's a static function, so I don't even need to know how this turn red is gonna be called back. It's just gonna be called back. So again, I clicked, pressed OK. He's red now, and that is really cool. Going up. It's the arrow keys, man. Is that what you're talking about? I'm not sure what you're talking about now. Is the arrow keys? Maybe? Not sure. So yeah, you see how this can be really cool, like how I can use this in game. So if let's say I'm gonna make a, let's show my dialog manager again. Instead of just having one dismiss button there, I'm gonna have two. I'm gonna keep this one. So this is my just dismiss one. I'm gonna make one that's yes and no. At the edge of the line? What do you mean? Like I mean the wrapping? Is that what you mean? I'm not sure what you're talking about anymore. Now I'm just confused. Overall confused. Okay, I'm gonna make this the parent, so this will be my dismiss. I'll call it my OK dialog. I'll put everything inside this, and of course I don't want an image in here, I just want it to be, yeah, that. I'm gonna make a copy of my OK dialog, and this is gonna be my yes no dialog. Alright? Huh. Why is the text not inside there? Yeah, that's weird. I think I broke a little bit of that order. Okay, so the dismiss button's in there, dialog text is here. So this is gonna be my yes button. I'm gonna turn this to 2D again. Okay. Let's say this is 50%. Again, the right one, I'll just say 0. It realigns me there. So hopefully this is being helpful for you. Okay, so I'll put my normal color to be like a green to this side. I'll put my normal color to be a more reddish for no. Okay. And this is no button. Alright, so let's say this is a public static bool actually doesn't need to be static. Public bool dialog answer. Let's say this is equal true. Okay. So why did I even put this here? I don't need this. Oh, actually I guess I do need this. Oh yeah, Game object, dialog canvas group is set active. Dialog canvas group. Game object set active false. That's what I was doing there that I forgot about. Okay, so in the dismiss dialog, I'm gonna actually have another dialog answer that's gonna be my no answer. Oh. Maybe I'll call this a dialog result. I had 2 dialog answers there. So answer, yeah, I'll have a bool answer here. So if answer, then okay answer, else it's gonna be my no answer. Okay. I think I wrote answer wrong. Is that how we write answer? It is. Huh, just looks really weird. That's a really weird looking word. Okay. So I'm gonna allow this to pass 2 variables instead. Actually no, I want to have a different pop-up dialog. I want to be able to choose which type of dialog I want actually. That's what I was thinking about. Yeah. So this is gonna be a game object, OK dialog type. OK dialog, I guess. Object, yes. Then public game object, yes, no dialog object. Okay. And I need an enum. Unity enum to choose the type of dialog I want. So enum dialog type, it's gonna be either an OK dialog or a yes no dialog. Yeah. So here I'm gonna take a string title, string text. I'm gonna take my dialog type, desired dialog, dialog answer, then I'm gonna take another one that's a dialog negative answer. Okay, and this needs to be a public enum, I guess. Yeah. What is wrong with this? Oh, it just doesn't match my rules. Fine, whatever, I don't care. Sue me. Okay, so this dialog answer. And my no answer would be my dialog negative answer. Let me see if the chat, okay, nothing new in the chat. Alright. So let's switch type, desired dialog, case dialog type OK dialog, case dialog type has no dialog. Break. I just set both. Okay, so for each dialog text, instance dot dialog text, gonna do that. dot length, of course. So instance dot dialog text I dot text equals text. For each dialog title, text equal title. All right. Okay, so I'm gonna fade it in, but I only want to set to okay, so if it's an OK dialog, I'm gonna get this game object, I'm gonna set active. I'm gonna get my yes no that, well, instance. Keep forgetting instance. Yes no dialog objects set active false. Okay, this is gonna get even cooler, I swear. I'm gonna make this auto-initialize whenever I need it, without actually having to have it in the scene. Which you might also know how to do, but just maybe someone out there doesn't. Alright, so this should pop up my dialog and I should be able to handle it and everything should be nice now. Okay. Doesn't take. I could just have a regular one, so equal. Regularly it's just OK dialog. And I'll say this is an OK. Well, I actually want a different one now. So now I want it to be a yes no dialog. And I want to turn green if one thing happens, and I want to turn red if the other thing happens. So let's say turn green. So this will be a, if yes, I'm gonna turn green. If not, I'm gonna turn red. Stream is breaking up. That's not good. What's wrong with you, stream? Yeah. Alright, so let's go back in here. Let's plug stuff in. So my dialog script. This is my yes no dialog object. This is my OK dialog. My dialog text. This is not what I wanted. No, that's not it. Title. I'll plug my title in here too. I'll plug my dialog text here. Plug my dialog text here. I'm gonna hide both of them. Okay. Yes, no, okay. I will pick no. Oh, I forgot to plug in the button. So my new no button, I'm gonna have to plug all the buttons again. So dismiss dialog. No is not clicking this. No is false. And the yes is dismiss dialog clicking this. So dismissing dialog but true. And the OK is actually gonna be the dismiss dialog true as well. Okay. So I also want to change the color here on the highlighted. I want it to be more green. I want the highlighted, the red one to be red. Darker red or something. Or maybe a brighter red. Yeah, that sounds good, a brighter color. Okay. So if I click and I press yes, it goes away. And it's a no. And yeah, we have our dialog. Okay. I'm actually only gonna dismiss it when hide canvas group happens. Because I was clicking so much, I think I hit things wrong and the showing dialog. Okay. Yeah, I don't want to dismiss it just now. I want to wait until it's hidden for showing dialog to go false. Not right now. Okay, next up. actually gonna leave Skype just in case. Next up is the part where I call this from anywhere and it just exists. So I'm gonna call this my Dialog Manager. I'm gonna save in resources. I'm gonna save a copy of it. And I actually wrote this a couple of times for Rocket Fist for different managers, so I'm just gonna copy a piece of the code and I'm gonna explain what I'm doing with this. Script. The sound manager does it. Utilities. Where's my sound manager? What I do is that if I call for this singleton and it doesn't exist, I instantiate a prefab from the resources. And now it exists. And that's awesome because I don't have to worry when I'm calling something if that thing exists or not. It's gonna exist. Doesn't matter. Alright, so let's start by setting out here or have a static private instance of our dialog script. And over here, when I call for the public instance, we try to retrieve it. So dialog, if there's no instance and we're not shutting down, oh, that's good, because if we try to instantiate this while the application is about to shut down, bad things happen, and Unity is not happy about it. So I like to have this public static boolean of is shutting down, just in case, to see if it is shut down. I'm not going to do anything about it. I'm not going to instantiate anything if it's shutting down. So first we look in the scene for an object of type dialog script. If we cannot find it, we're going to create a new game object. We're going to name it Dialog Manager. Oh no, this one's actually not retrieving from the resources. Some of my other ones are. Like for instance, which one? My main UI canvas? I think so, yeah. Nope, that one doesn't do it either. My game manager, but that's a really complicated one. My alert manager, he definitely does. Yep. He does instantiate himself. So equal game object instantiate resources load. Well, in this case, it's called Dialog Manager in the resources, and it is important that you put it inside the resource folder because that's where it's trying to load from. So this is Dialog Manager, and then after instantiating it, we'll get the component dialog script to call it our singleton or instance. Hey Fizza, how are you doing? Thanks for coming. And I don't need to add an audio listener. That is okay. Don't destroy and load, of course, so it persists after being called. And yeah, don't need this anymore. So if I call for this, for a dialog, and it cannot find the one, it's gonna just create one for me. So let's try that. Something is wrong. Oh yeah, I'm trying to assign instance, which I don't need to do anymore because, well, actually I need to do it, but I should do it with another part of the script. So awake here, which will actually check if one exists already or not. So let's put this down here. I just got a follow from someone that I haven't seen yet because my thing is late. Okay, Fizza, thank you, Fizza. Thanks for the follow, man. Or woman, I don't know. Okay, so on awake, if instance is null, then instance is this, and don't destroy load this. Or if there is an instance already, and this is not instance, let's destroy this game object. We don't want to have two of those around. Okay, so that is my self-loading singleton. If there's no compile errors now, I'm gonna delete my dialog manager. There's no dialog manager in the scene. I'm gonna play my game, and when I press my button, a dialog manager self-instantiates into the scene and showed my dialog. If I press no, now it's red. If I press yes, now it's green. And all of that inside the game code. So the game code does not care about anything of the dialog script. Just say like, I want a dialog, this is the title, this is the text, this is the type of the dialog. This is the function of my own code. I don't care about the dialog script code that I want you to call if it's in yes dialog. And this is the function of my own code, that's a no. So it is a dialog manager, and you can just call it and pass your information, and it's gonna do stuff for you, and you don't have to worry about it. So yeah, I might be streaming at a too much high bitrate, I guess. I don't know. Let's see. Well, the problem is I am doing a full HD, so maybe I should be doing a regular HD. That could be better. And my broadcast settings are 2764 bitrate. So maybe that's too much, I don't know. So yeah, that is a dialog manager. And I'm actually gonna drop this. I'm gonna remove the do to win stuff because I don't wanna publish something like for other people to download with the do to win stuff. But I'm actually gonna give this away. It's gonna be in the description of the video when I upload this to YouTube. And you can download and use this dialog manager if you want, or you can change it and make it your own and stuff. So on dismiss the dialog, I'm actually just gonna change the canvas group alpha directly. So I'm gonna go do this, and I'm gonna say dialog canvas group. Well, I don't even need to change the alpha. I can just hide the whole object directly. Set active false. Then showing dialog equal false. And the other part, instead of fading, I'm just gonna set game object dot set active true. Okay. I'll also, just to include a different example, I'm gonna use the other button. So one, just gonna do a different type of dialog. Just gonna go do a OK dialog just to show the difference. And I don't actually need to say turn red. Just turn let's say a turn blue. If it's an OK dialog, it's just gonna turn blue. Oh, I didn't know that. Just in case, I'm gonna turn down my settings, just in case you're not wrong. It is kind of similar to 100. Yeah. And not streaming in full HD might help too. So I'll try that next time as well. Thanks for the heads up. Okay. Don't need a start. So yeah, that's a really simple example of setting up a UI for a dialog. So fonts, scripts, dialog manager. Gonna remove dot to tween. Keep calling dot tween. It's your fault, Wezi. Or was it? Not entirely sure how to pronounce it, sorry. Okay, I'm actually gonna call the game, I'm gonna call it dialog game scene example. Because that's not a weird name at all. Reload all. Okay. Oh, I just saved game.cs, which is not what I wanted to do. Dialog game scene example. Quasi. I hope now I'm saying it right. Maybe I'm not. Quasi. All right. Scripts. Okay, that's right. Remove the folder. Remove the game one. Probably have to go into my cube and throw back this Dialog game scene example edit. Just make sure that everything's working still. Okay, that's not what I wanted, because now I don't have the do to in anymore, so I need to actually set my alpha to 1. Yeah, that's probably what I want. Let's try that. Oh yeah, now I have a little dialog manager. Okay, that's not entirely what I wanted, because when I called for the other one, it did not dismiss properly. So let's figure out why it didn't dismiss properly. Set active true, set active false. Just in case, I'm gonna say on the dismiss to set both of them to false. So, okay, dialog object set active false. Yes, no dialog object set active false. When did I? Oh yeah, I was calling the dismiss dialog with do to in, and now I can't do that anymore because I'm not using do to in anymore. So yeah, no, I was calling this, I think. Yeah, I forget something. No. Let's see if this works. So no, okay. So my okay is actually not doing what I wanted to do. Why? Let's take a look at that manager again. Debugging on stream, because yeah. Okay, so dismiss button, it is actually calling this, but why is the yes no showing? Okay, I want to actually see what's happening. So I press this, say no. If I unhide this, there's nothing showing. I press this, I press OK. How does this make any sense at all? It does not make sense. Huh, interesting. Maybe in my game example? Said OK dialog, turn green. Nope, still doesn't make sense. Oh, I know. When I click that, instantly it is receiving my new click, that is input, get mouse button down, and it instantly spawns another dialog on top of the one I had. So before, when I had the little fade, it would only spawn a new dialog after that amount of time. So what I'm gonna do is it's a good question. What am I gonna do about that? Okay, can show, well, let's say show dialog cooldown. That's a really hacky fix, and I'm not really happy about that one. I'll invoke. Yeah, that's a bad fix. That's a really bad fix. I should not be doing this. Let's say I'm not. So yeah, I'm gonna say okay. Huh? Did I forget to actually move that? Interesting. It wasn't enough. I never set showing dialog to true. What the hell? Genius, Daniel. So I might not actually even need my fix. Yeah, I don't think I need my fix. I just forgot to set dialog to true, because, yeah. Whoa, it's been 1 hour? Oh my god. I was just gonna do a really quick show of things, and oh my god. Yeah, time passes really quickly. So yeah, I'm just gonna stop here. 1 hour is a good time, and I made this thing, and I now can, why is this thing back? I now can show this, put this on my YouTube channel or something. People can download and learn from it and use it or whatever. I'll just add a little text in here saying press left click to call yes no dialog. Left mouse button, left mouse button to call yes no dialog. Press right mouse button to call OK dialog. Oh, okay. Okay. just because I'm gonna set this to be a white text with a shadow because I really like shadows. Put a 2 and 1. Yep. All right, so I'm gonna export this package. Oh, due to in settings. That's what's annoying me. So no, go away, Twin. You're no longer welcome here. Export Dialog Manager, Unity package. How long have I been coding for? Today or in general? Since 2012-ish. Funny enough, I can actually know for sure because I started writing my devlog exactly when I started coding. And that was back in July 14, 2013. Yep. That was the first time I started learning to code like a real language, I guess. Because I did some Flash a long time ago, but it wasn't really... So yeah, this is my first ever attempt at coding something. And I've done a lot of stuff ever since. So yeah. I started with Unreal scripting. That was before I started trying to learn Unity. But yeah, thanks for watching. Unless you guys have any more questions, I will stop the stream here. Did you get it? Do you need something else about UI or what's up? Okay, no one's saying anything. I'm gonna assume, okay. You're welcome. Hopefully that was helpful. I'm sending you the package if you want to check stuff out there. And if you want to, yeah. Cool. Ah, I see. There's a lot of lag. Funny thing is, I actually clicked. Oh yeah, I actually clicked on that beta, Twitch beta something that's supposed to shorten the lag, but I'm experiencing a lot more lag with it. Maybe that's part of the problem. Yeah, I don't know anymore what we were talking about. Oh god. Yeah. I'm actually gonna go back to Rocket Fist for a moment. But yeah, showing UI basics ended up turning into how to make a dialogue system for errors and yes and no and things like that. So yeah, I get carried away really easily. I'm gonna, since you guys are here, I'm gonna try this. I haven't tested the new part of the. Make sure that okay, there's no sound playing. All right. Haven't tested the new part of my Twitch integration, Rocket Fist, for a while. So let's try that. Okay. I also, oh damn, I died. I also haven't really been able to beat the boss yet. I did some attempts at the boss. It's not even finished, I still need to program some new enemies, but the boss is giving me a hard time. Oh my god. God damn it. I think I need to turn the volume a little bit down. Volume mixer, I want to turn Unity down a little bit. Yeah. Okay. So everyone is Wazi. I'm fighting an army of Wazi. Or Kazi. Kazi? Yeah. God damn it. Okay, I killed one of them. Huh. I have a feeling that something is wrong. Those guys are not being able to be targeted. Yeah, that's a bug. That's totally a bug, and I really want to know why. Well, actually right now it's just bugged and I'm not sure why. But I want to know why before I close things, and I don't know why anymore. So the enemies are spawned, but maybe they're not in the list. So player list, weapon controllers list, so they are in those lists. What about the weapons? Are the weapons in the list? The weapons are in the list. However, we're not being able to pick up anything. Huh. So, can I pick up something? I can pick up something. I can shoot at things, but they can't. Alright. Let's see. They have an ID that's really high. Could the ID being really high be the problem? Maybe. Okay. The weapon control, it's clear, there's no weapons there. So they should be able to pick up weapons. I see no reason for them not being able to pick up weapons. Unless it's their ID that's really high. Alright, well, I'll just stop the streaming, guys. It's buffering really bad, and now I'm just going at little bugs. So yeah, thanks for watching. I'm gonna upload to YouTube the part where it talks about